Hey everybody, welcome to the Magi Show. Tonight I decided to do a late night episode of the show, just because, well, I guess late night or early morning, depending how you want to look at it. It's about 6 a.m. here now, but I've been up since 4 a.m. It's kind of irritating because all week it's like didn't have time to sleep much at all. Last night was the first night I didn't have to wake up early the next day, and what do you know? It's like I just had like awful nightmares the whole night and could barely sleep at all. But figured rather than stay awake in bed and not being able to sleep, I might as well come down and do a show talking about the nightmares because, man, some of them are pretty intense. And I figured I'd leave the music off for the shows now because one of my viewers, or one of my old friends, Chris, who was listening to the show, saying that the music was really irritating and I should try doing a show without it. And since I'm doing the show for the viewers, and might as well do what they ask. So if anyone wants me to start playing music again, just let me know. I guess I'll keep using a little bit of music, maybe for special effects in between segments of the show, but sorry, just a little bit tired. Yeah, so I guess the topic for tonight's show is going to be dreams. Yeah, it hits the spot. Yeah, so if anyone wants to chat about dreams at all, here, I guess I'll get the live chat thing going in the show. So tired that I even forgot to put it on. Do that before we start. Really, that's the main reason I got this live stream going, is so I could chat if need be. Alright, there we go. Chat's all set up, ready to go. Yeah, so if anyone else has had some pretty wild dreams that they want to share, please feel free to interrupt in the chat and we can move on to a different subject for that. Or not a different subject, I guess, but well, even if you want a different subject, why not? Alright, so I guess maybe I'll put up an image too. Got one here that I got for the show. Yeah, so I hope everyone else is sleeping better than me. It's kind of irritating when you can't sleep. Sleep's so important. Boy, do I ever know that with how much I end up pushing myself doing work all the time. It's like lack of sleep can catch up to you pretty damn quick. Yeah, so here was just a pretty cool dream catcher that I found on Google this morning. Figured I'd use it for the show. It's neat, they got some neat symbology in it. Some keys, hearts, different webs of types. I've got some friends that make dream catchers and they're pretty cool. One of the old Ojibwe traditions. It's like they got a pretty cool legend about if anyone wants to check out what the dream catcher means. Maybe I'll do that on the show next time. Yeah, I figured tonight I would just recap what my dream was like. Yeah, the dream seemed to start out where I was stuck in some sort of base. So this is a reoccurring nightmare that I have at least, I don't know, once a month. Sometimes even twice a week, depending, I guess, and I don't know what's causing it, but yeah, the overall theme to the dream is that I'm stuck in some sort of base. It almost seems like a military facility or a hospital, and I'm always trying to escape out of it, and 99% of the time when I have this dream, I always manage to escape, so it's not really that bad. If I was stuck in this base or facility or whatever it is, it would be more of a worse nightmare, but at least I'm able to escape every time, so it's a little bit positive there. Yeah, so I was stuck in this hospital and some weird stuff was happening in there, and then as I managed to escape, I was running out of the lobby of this place, and this guy managed to see me escaping and tried to follow me to catch me or whatever. And it was weird because then after that the dream changed, and it wasn't me trying to escape anymore. It was this woman, and she was driving a car, and the guy that was chasing me out of the hospital, I don't know if he was chasing her in the car, but all I could see in the dream was like a really high speed chase ensuing. It's like the chase kept going and going, and in my dream I kept seeing it from different angles. It was like I could see it from above, or I could see it from in front of the car, or I could see the cars speeding off in the distance, and the chase kept going for a while, but then eventually it ended suddenly as the lead car managed to crash and roll over. It's like the rollover was really horrible and smashed up the car so bad, and when I was looking at it in my dream I was like, oh, there's no way that anyone's going to be able to come out of this wreck alive. And then just as I was thinking that, I seen this woman crawling out of the car, and she was okay, and I was like, holy crap, man, how the heck did she survive the wreck? And then as she's getting out of the wreck, she sort of looks in my direction, and then she starts feeling her hair, and she's like, oh, don't worry, it's like I'm fine, I managed to get out of the car all right. And then I was thinking, are you sure you're all right? And then she starts looking at her hair, and she's like, oh my god, something's wrong with my hair. It's like, and I was thinking, did she burn her hair, or is it like bloody or dirty from the wreck? And then just as I was thinking that, all of a sudden around us we could hear this loud voice start talking. And it was like it wasn't coming from anything specifically, it was just like an omnipresent voice. And this voice is saying, oh, don't worry, your hair's changed color just because you died. And I was like, what? It's like your hair changes color when you die? How does that make any sense? And then the voice continues and says, oh, but don't worry, they're starting to revive you. And then right then it's like I pop into a different point of vision, and it's like now I'm seeing through the girl's or woman's eyes, and she's looking in my direction, and all of a sudden her vision starts to go blurry. It's not like the typical blurry where it's like it's all fuzzy and you can't see, but it's like pixels from the Matrix are like bleeding down from above and blocking her vision. I was like, wow, man, that's pretty intense. And then I guess she popped from where we were in this vision back into her body, like pulled in or whatever. And that was pretty much the end of the dream. And I woke up. I was like, holy crap, man. That was pretty intense. It's like getting the sensation of what it was like not only to die, but to be revived. And it's like, I guess overall it wasn't really that scary of a dream. Like I wasn't shaking or worried or anything about it, but it was more disturbing, I guess, than anything. And then I tried going back to sleep after that dream, and I just couldn't. It's like that's all I could think about. I was like, it's a pretty weird dream. I guess I'll put a little message in the chat in case anyone wants to join in. It says I got one viewer, but I always wonder if that's just counting me. So I don't know if you're the host of a live stream, do you count as a viewer? Probably, according to YouTube. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long because a lot of my other videos I'm going well over an hour, and people are living busy lives and they don't have time to listen to videos that are over an hour long, so wrap this one up pretty quick, I guess. But yeah, I was just thinking about that dream, and I was like, not too worried, I guess, that any of my friends are going to be in a horrible car accident today. I sure hope not, but I think a lot of dreams sometimes are just sort of like metaphors about what you've been thinking about, and maybe something that you should be thinking about for the future. So I started wondering about that. I was like, man, what could this dream be trying to tell me? It's like, what is the message? Did I miss something? And then I guess I was writing about it this morning when I posted on my Facebook page. If you want to check it out, it's just Leland Judson. Type that into Facebook. I doubt there's too many people with the same name as me, so I should come up pretty close to the top. And then when I was typing that message up, I started wondering too. It's like, it's almost like when the woman died, it's like she had a vision immediately after that was so similar to what had happened prior to her death that she had died and transitioned over into this vision without even noticing that she died. And it's kind of strange when you think about it. It's like, I think that's really possible that you could die and then switch over to a new dimension that looks exactly the same as the one you just came from, and then forget that you had died and keep living. I think I've heard of that before in different TV shows or something like that before. It's kind of a weird concept to think about. It's like so many weird things keep happening in my life. It's like I sure hope that I didn't die at some point and this is all still just a dream. But yeah, I guess you never really know. That life as we know it could just be past lives of layers and layers and layers of us dying and not realizing it, moving on to the next one, dying and not realizing it, moving on to the next one. And maybe as you keep going deeper and deeper layers, that the reality experience gets a little bit stranger and stranger. Yeah, so I don't know, it's kind of a metaphorical dream, I think. Hopefully nothing too serious. And today I'm supposed to go out and play a game of golf, so it's the first time I played a round of golf in, I don't know, quite a few years. And it used to be pretty good, so I'm looking forward to it. And I should try to get some more sleep, so I guess I'll wrap up the show. And if anyone wants to post in the comments some wild dreams they had, and I guess we could talk about that. Or yeah, and if you want, you can maybe help me decipher what my dream was. Like if you've had similar dreams to that and eventually you figured out what it meant, it would definitely be helpful if you could share some advice about what you think it means. Yeah, you never know. I guess dreams are up for interpretation. It can mean something different to each person. Well, there it is. The music. It's playing now. That means that it's time for the end of the show. I guess I'll turn it down a little bit just to make sure that people aren't too distracted by the music. Yeah, and thanks Chris for letting me know, if you're listening to this video, that you think that the show would be better without music for me talking. Yeah, after I listened to the replay of last night's show, I was definitely like, man, the music was way too loud, couldn't hear me for half the time. It really sucks if you do a whole stream for an hour and then fucking music screwed it up, but yeah, maybe it was for the best, and from now on I'll be able to do shows that they're a little bit easier to understand and not overwhelmed with music. Alright, thanks everyone. Have a good night. The Magi Show was brought to you by the Milky Way. I fucking hate this galaxy.